Right, let's focus now on the politics of the country. I understand that yesterday during the funeral of Joseph Kamaru, that is on page 2 of the Daily Nation, that was happening in Muthithi, Murang'a County, the politics dominated Kamaru burial as Uhuru-Raila's support for unity deal. We saw there the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga indicating that the handshake has nothing to do with the 2022 election. And of course, this is not the first time that Raila Odinga is saying that in the presence of the president. But of course, we know that the target, and it appears that it was the deputy president who has insisted, or even earlier, I think late last month, or earlier this month, was indicating that Raila Odinga has come in with a handshake to rock the Jubilee Party. Do you think whatever these leaders say when they meet reflect the truth and what transpires after that meeting?
Well, not that I think. I strongly believe the President and Prime Minister Raila Odinga are serious about national unity. The President, for the fact that it was not a really big excitement for him to be the President or to go back to State House where he was brought up. But I think he has seen it all, and he knows he's on his way to retirement on the face of the presidency. Right. But he can be useful to Kenyans in any other capacity. Odinga has run elections several times, and he has gone through ups and downs in terms of the national political landscape. Right. And therefore, he has seen it all. And at this age, I think he's realizing that there is need for something beyond the present. Other people, I do not really ascribe to their thought. And some of them may support the President and the Prime Minister at the spur of the moment, given the momentum it has gained. Personally, I believe that is the way Kenya should go. We should improve national cohesion, because we destroyed this country at the beginning of time in 1963, where we balkanized the country into tribes. We need to detribalize our politics for purposes of ensuring Kenyans are one. Now, other politicians may be watching carefully to see where to catch up with the train. Otherwise, I pray and I hope the two will stick together to the end.
Mheshimiwa Wangari, the reactions and the conduct beyond when they meet, do you think it reflects commitment to the handshake?
Well, to start, I would like to say rest in peace to Kamaru. He was definitely a living legend. And I was in the burial yesterday in Muthithi, and I think if you look at the body language, and I would refer Kenyans to even before the famous handshake, even when Raila Odinga would get into a meeting where the president was, the president never used to stand up. But if you read yesterday, you know, when he walked in, and even the president stood up to shake his hand. But I think more importantly, if we had a very interesting bishop yesterday who gave a word called Harrison Nganga. And when he was mentioning Raila Odinga, he said that whatever you did, even if it's not recognized here, it will be paid in heaven. And he said that, you know, many people would have died, but you prevented that. And for me, that is exactly where the problem is, that you actually take pride that because of the handshake, there was no death. And I think we must move the politics of this country from such a thought that we will go to the extent of people dying because of politics. And I will tell you, the attention that Raila Odinga received in Murang'a yesterday is that people are generally happy. The public actually really appreciate, and this is in the heart of Central Kenya. If there was one function that united the Kikuyu nation, was this function yesterday. And if you were to measure the decibels for the acclamation that the Raila got, you would actually tell that the public is generally comfortable that the way it is, work is able to be executed, we are able to have peace and be able to do our business. Even when there are challenges of cost of living, we can continue with our life because you supported our president. And I think that for me is what is critical. In terms of politicians and ourselves, I would say that everyone reads what they want to read. There are those who feel threatened by the handshake, which is natural. There are those who feel that you have come to take my place. There are those who feel that you're getting too more attention than I am getting. So it is a natural feeling. And I think even as politicians, we do not work in a vacuum. The general public supports. And even if the president today went to Bondo or went to Kisumu, you will see it's the same reaction that Raila got in Murang'a. And I think that is where we should be headed, that regardless of where you come from, we can be able to support general existence of Kenyans from whatever tribe and be able to support the agenda of the government. And people have complained, I mean, people have complained that, you know, Baba Amenyamaza, he's not saying anything in Kibera demolitions, he's not saying anything. Yes. I'm like, you know, I think he made the right choice. He made the right political decision. And it is his time to actually just be okay there and, you know, get presidents to stand up for him, go to Ghana and get state reception, go to India and meet the prime minister. I think he's living his life, even without a perfect portfolio.
But how does that help advance the democratic space of the country?
It helps because it gives us peaceful existence. Because even the others, and without due respect to the deputy ANC leader, they are lost. I mean, if you look at Mudavadi, if you look at Kalonzo, they are really trying to hold. They have even now gone to State House a bit too late. I saw them trying to scramble now to go even to get a handshake themselves because they were left by the train. But the fact that he had held the opposition and for a long time, but he's also very sharp. He's also very crafty. You know, you wait until 2021. You know, the Raila will make his own political pronouncements at the right time. But for now, I'm sure he will keep low as he's keeping and enjoy the trappings.
Mheshimiwa Atande, is your party leader being crafty, and how do we live beyond, how do we move forward beyond the political suspicion that we experience in the country?
Let me begin by saying that President Kenyatta and Raila Odinga are our current statesmen. They are the people where they have reached, they are interested in the prosperity of Kenya. And I've been saying that to the doubting pharmacists that I think the two gentlemen are serious about rebuilding this country, politically, economically, and in all aspects. That they want to leave a country that everyone will be proud of. And so when I see the three leaders together, Kenyans are excited all over the place. You know, we were watching news yesterday somewhere when at 9 o'clock when we were in a public place and we all kept quiet because we wanted to listen to what they were saying.
Yes.
And all of us were excited and happy. So this is really the place where we should head to. But I think I want to take offense with some leaders, I included, that we must reject short-sightedness. We must stop being greedy about our possible positions in government and the positions we are going to occupy. The country has been on the wrong path, and Kenya has never been a community of people. And so this is a chance that we have and that we must support. And that is why I always take offense with the deputy president when he finds himself in a position, in a situation where he's together with the president and all of the leaders. He talks positively. He says, you know, I will support. But, you know, when he comes out, you know, he goes out there and begins to attack His Excellency Raila Odinga. You know, it's very unfair. It shows that he's short-sighted. And I think that is not really what we want right now. Right now, as leadership, if you are not going to support the path towards renewing Kenya, I don't think you are going to survive in this politics. And I want to caution leaders who are hell-bent on derailing the process of building bridges. What I also wanted to say is that democratic space is not enhanced by noise-making or by merely opposing anything that government does. You know, democratic space is enhanced in various, maybe by supporting what the government is doing. That's also a way of enhancing democratic space. So the fact that we do not nowadays condemn every initiative of government does not mean that we are confining the democratic space. Democratic space is there. We are playing in a new space where we want to be part of solutions, not part of derailing the progress of the nation.